morning, America. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is Ron Burgundy News at 9. And a lot of people have been informed about Mr. Ron Chomsky's videos and his principles. And so we went out, we did a little digging, and we got some personal interviews. To you, Ron. Good morning, America. I'm Ron Burgundy from Ron Burgundy News at 9, and I'm here with Mr. Kanye West.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Kanye, after watching Mr. Chomsky's video, what principle really caught your eye?
The one principle that really caught my eye was Principle 7, because it discussed how corporations are engineering elections to turn out into their favor and basically help them maximize profit and gain more money than they would if they didn't. But one question I really had in my mind after watching the video was like, how did they do it? How were they able to engineer these elections to turn out into their favor?
Well, these big corporations, they got a lot of money, and one thing that they're not afraid to do is they're not afraid to spend a lot of money on like fixing these elections so they can get the policies that they want,
Right.
And then also another thing they do is that they like to silence outside parties by keeping it a two-party system. That way, not a lot of voices are heard. So they spend all their money, and those corrupt politicians, they're not going to turn down millions of dollars just for them to fix their elections just so they can get the policies that they want. Thank you, Kanye, for your time, and back to you, Ron. Thank you, Ron. And we got another interview coming in. Ron? Thank you, Ron. And we're out here in the field again. I'm with Mr. Kendrick Lamar. How you doing, Kendrick?
I'm very good, very good.
Okay. Kendrick here, he watched Mr. Ron Chomsky's video, and what principle caught your eye?
The principle that really caught my eye was principle number 5, attacking solidarity. Chomsky basically said that solidarity is the unity of people and common ideals, and that's always been historically a big thing that the elites want to kind of put a stop to and kind of divide people. So they put stuff in the media, and they have this two-party system, the left and the right side, and that really divides people. That really gets these people going against each other. I think that's something that the elites really want, and because this will allow for them to make more profit and kind of set ideals in place that benefits them more than it really does the people. And that's really hurting us as the people, because we need to come together. We need to all come together as one to put an end to this just monster that is the government and the power that they have.
It sure is a shame, that we as people, we all have the same ideals, but they keep us from thinking the same thing because they just want to break us up, and they're just, all they want is more profit. They don't care what the people do. So, thank you, Kendrick. Back to you, Ron. Thank you, Ron. And we got another interview coming in. Ron? Thank you, Ron. We're here, and we have another interview. We're here with Aubrey Graham today, and Mr. Graham, what did you think about Ron Chomsky's video, and what principle really stood out to you?
Overall, he's a genius. He talks about a lot of issues that are going on right now, and what stuck out to me was Principle 10, marginalizing America. A lot of these corporations, they make all this money, and they try to use it to divide our country and essentially marginalize us into a way where they can manipulate us to do what we want. So they'll use gerrymandering and different things to separate the districts into ways where they can get the politicians to win. They can use the money to get it into certain areas, and they honestly try to take away democratic power from the people. So they're trying to make certain populations' votes matter less because they'll have more of an impact into the types of money they're making and the types of ways they are participating in the society. And, as a whole as well, he talks about how it is becoming undemocratic because of the way that these companies can just throw millions and millions and millions of dollars into the political system and pay for people to get into office. And, that's just been one of the biggest things that has been plaguing our society, and he's the only one really talking about it. You don't see these politicians talking about it because they're the one getting the money in the pocket. They're the ones that are like, it's all okay. So, I think Principle 10 was the biggest one for me because he just talks about how they are not only dividing us, but also they're just controlling us at the same time. And they're using ourselves against ourselves. So, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Chomsky, he did a really good thing by exposing what America does. And, everyone says that, it's the American dream, and we're going to come out here and we work real hard. We'll make all this money, and we'll be able to vote on our leaders. And sadly, that's just not the way it is anymore. Thank you, Mr. Graham. Back to you, Ron. Good interviews out there, Ron. And, you know, Mr. Chomsky, he really did a good thing for us. And, you know, what the Kanye talked about, they be rigging elections, you know, and then they pay all this money just so they can get their policies. And they do things in the ads, you know, and they encircle you in their media. They don't want you to see anything else besides what they want. You know, that's a big problem. And then, you know, Kendrick, he came in and he was talking about, you know, the people that they're just getting separated and they're breaking them up into two political parties, and then they feed the different parties different information so that these parties end up hating on each other. You know, this really divides America because we both want the same goals, but at the end of the day, you know, if you're either a Republican or you're a Democrat, you know, and then you're supposed to hate the other one. That's what the government teaches you. And you know, Mr. Graham on the end, he just had a great thing. You know, he said how this keeping us just disinformed. Like, it's the less we know, the better for them, because that way we can't challenge their opinions. You know, and that just keeps us at the disadvantage, and it keeps them making more money. Well, good day for interview, and I'm Ron Burgundy. And this is Ron Burgundy News at 9. Thank you, America.